Alexa, thank you. Well, as the budget hearings continue at City Hall, the City Council has made it clear budget overruns won't be business as usual. Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost is in the newsroom. Mackenzie, you've been covering the overtime and vacancy issues, but not all agencies have this problem, right?
Yeah, Mary, that's right. We know that some departments continue to come to the City Council seeking supplemental spending plans after their agency budgets were already approved. But there's one that usually sticks to the budget, and that's the Office of Inspector General. This year, the Independent Advisory Board did approve 2 additional agents for the OIG. Given the current fiscal constraints for the city, Inspector General Isabel Cumming said she is only requesting 1 additional agent. She says that agent would help her office with the probes into the Department of Public Works and Transportation, but so far her request has been rejected.
The mayor had to balance an $85 million budget shortfall as part of his spending plan for fiscal 26. So what that meant is that the number of enhancement requests that were funded in this budget were very limited. And ultimately, the mayor did not include funding for this particular request.
I went to City Hall earlier today to question some members of the City Council to find out if they believe the city's watchdog should be getting the additional resources she's asking for. Do you believe that it's necessary for the city to have additional staff for an office to make sure that the city is operating the way it should be and rooting out fraud, and especially given what we've seen come out of that office for DPW and other agencies?
I do think it is really important to support the Inspector General that her office be fully staffed up. That is not one of the offices where we're seeing an extraordinary amount of long-term vacant positions. And so what I will say is that we are in active negotiation around those 2 positions that she requested.
I think those should be a top priority. We see a great, tremendous return on investment for all of those inspectors.
Now, Mayor Brandon Scott was not at the Board of Estimates meeting earlier this morning, so we could not question him in person. I sent some questions to his office asking why they decided to deny this request to add the additional resources to the OIG. In a statement, the mayor's spokesperson tells me no positions were eliminated. A proposed enhancement was simply not approved. Now, the mayor's office is also growing in size. However, they tell me that is not actually true. They are actually just reclassifying vacant positions and moving some things around. I asked Councilman Schleifer about that as well, given the requests that we're seeing on the table right now. We often hear that budgets are a reflection of a city's priorities. And if the mayor is investing more money in his own office and expanding his staff while telling the city that he's not going to invest in the Office of Inspector General, what does that tell the city about where his priorities are?
Look, it's the mayor's budget. It's his prerogative to fund what he wants to fund, and the council has the ability to cut certain parts of the budget as well as to reallocate that amount to other things. And I think it behooves the council to cut vacancies, 1 vacancy both in DOT and 1 vacancy both in DPW, and to reallocate those 2 pins to the Inspector General's office.
Now, I'm still digging into the growth within the mayor's office and also looking into how much money all of these staffers are making. When we find out more information in this investigation, we'll keep you updated. Live in the newsroom, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.